How you doing, Scotty Bear? Back with another video. This video about my reaction to the verdict and the DHL Pack and Ship Express case. Some afterthoughts, and maybe a little background on the story. I've made about 23, 24 videos about it. It has been about 200 days. I definitely didn't expect it would go this far. I mean, here we got a package worth about $1,000, and we paid 500 and something dollars to ship it there. And a lawsuit that was very unexpected, and a news article in the Philippines, and a bunch of threads on Reddit, Facebook, just all over the internet. And we've gotten a good amount of attention over this story in general. So, like I said, back in May, we shipped this box to Mary in the Philippines. If you followed the story, this is some items Mary shipped, and we decided to go DHL. I asked Mary to decide what ways she wanted to ship it, and she wanted to ship it DHL. So I went ahead and packed up the box, which was a much smaller version. We tried to downsize the box because of the cost, actually, and DHL wasn't the only option. We could have shipped it FedEx, which would have been probably about $200 more. And on May 1st, the box set out to the Philippines. It was very early here on a Thursday morning. So from the beginning, the box seemed to get there in a pretty good amount of time. Updates quit coming on the website, and from what Mary said, the box went into an abandonment status, and it was definitely not abandoned. Mary was scrambling to try to do everything she could to get the box. The frustration was mounting, and from reading online and doing some research, this was indeed a very well known scam over there in the Philippines. As if you're unaware, that the Philippines customs is a highly corrupt organization. From researching online, and DHL wasn't much better. There are some pretty good threads online, groups, people talking about the different problems that they had with DHL and the Bureau of Customs. And I thought to myself, wow, it was very frustrating. I wasn't getting very good information from DHL. As a matter of fact, when I called DHL, it was pretty interesting. I have all the phone conversations I'm from the support. I'm not sure if I'm going to go back and spend the time to release all that. Maybe, but at one point, one of the stupid representatives was like, well, maybe we called you. And I was like, well, maybe I just happen to have the voicemail, because, I get to my voicemails on my email. And I was like, maybe, well, I just so happen to maybe have the voicemail right here. And I was getting kind of ticked off, honestly. So, I mean, here we paid all this money to ship this box, and we're literally being mocked. DHL was not any help. As a matter of fact, if anything, it felt like they were trying to shield themselves from being any real help. And the shopkeeper sent us some emails, hey, give us some more time, be patient. And again, I'm not looking to make any party look bad, but it seemed like the updates we were getting were not correct, and this was not getting any better. So I thought to myself, well, hey, we paid this money to ship this box. We're not getting anywhere. Let's just file a lawsuit. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I certainly didn't expect that this was going to go this far. Normally when you file a lawsuit, you reach somebody up in the, higher up in the company, and this gets somebody's attention, and maybe they try to deliver the box, right? So, I mean, that was my initial thinking. And, so I filed the lawsuit. Let me have another sip of coffee. So, lawsuits filed. I filed it on my birthday. Thought, didn't have much else to do. And, I figured it would be a couple days till we heard from somebody in upper management, and the box would probably be delivered, because they would call over down there in the Philippines and say, hey, what you doing to this box? What does it take to get this thing delivered and get this out of our hair? No, that's not what happened. Months passed. Like I said, at this point, it's been about 200 days. Maybe not quite, but pretty close. I believe it's about 180 to 190 days, somewhere in there at this point. And the time's basically just passing. Mary was able to get a hold of somebody in management over there in the Philippines. They definitely DHL rather has seen the videos. That is likely why Josh never used video in any of the hearings or the trial. He didn't want to be on my YouTube channel, and I had put a good amount of reviews, and like I said, written some articles about it on Reddit, and the content was growing, and we were documenting this experience as it continued on, if for nothing else, for the coming trial. I had already known, when you file lawsuits like this, you never really know what's going to happen. And from my experience in small claims court, and this was a completely different experience, actually. You walk in the court, this normally takes about 10-15 minutes. The judge hears both sides and normally makes a snap decision on some information. It also normally comes down to just a few minutes from each side and how well you lay out your case. So, and from reading online, we built the case, and we live blogging about it, and along comes a reporter. From making the videos and all the things online, we had made a lot of contacts, and one of them was a reporter in the Philippines that contacted us about the videos we're making, and we had also learned that they are running hearings over in the Philippines from the the corruption that's going on from the Bureau of Customs over there about this specific situation. First-time importers, and the problems that Filipinos are having getting their belongings that are shipped into the country for, as it turns out, things that are shipped at about $1,000, I guess, is the threshold. They would flag these packages and target gadgets and so on. So the package, like I said, remained in abandonment status, and we could not get it out of abandonment status until we filed the lawsuit and started reaching people more involved in the case. So we managed to get the package out of abandonment status, and as you see, actually managed to get the package delivered. Now, as you also may have heard, Mary elected not to take the package. I was kind of mixed on this, as I believe most people were. The judge, everybody was shocked. Her friend happened to be there, was calling Mary, said, "Hey, you got a delivery, you got a delivery." So they kind of thought that this was the package, but it was really strange because as you may have watched the case or whatever, she wasn't exactly sure what to make of it, or if it was a trap or everything, because things were pretty strange. So we also figured that at that point that, and I think she figured too, that at that point, they were going to take the fees and taxes or whatever, and she would probably get the package shortly anyway, which was not the case. And the trial came, and at that point too, the trial was pretty close too. So I figured DHL was working pretty hard at getting this package delivered, and that was not the case. And then the trial came. Again, when you, I never filed this lawsuit for the money. Mary had put up the money for the items in the package. I had just put some things in the package. I mean, I had some cell phones, iPad, different things laying around here that I put in the package for Mary, and just sent it along. And like I said, we had a pretty I still have some stuff over here which I don't know what the status or what we're going to do. She certainly doesn't want to ship anything else to the Philippines using any, you're kind of limited to what you could ship to the Philippines anyway, but she definitely doesn't want to ship it to the Philippines. The other way you could ship is sea freight, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher the name of this, Balacapan boxes. These are, I guess the translation is shipping things home. This is the way people in the know, people in the Philippines ship things. Sea freight takes a couple months or so on. Looking back, of course, that's probably the way she should have shipped these items. But the trial took place. Like I said, DHL definitely knew we were making videos about it. I don't know if the shopkeeper did. We put reviews on this and got documented the experience and live blog the whole thing. I thought to myself early on, of course, my only motivation was, hey, I'll sue and I'll live stream the whole thing, and so that's what I did. Again, I didn't really expect it would go this far or get this much of attention, but it did, and it went all the way to the end, and we found out what happened. The one thing I learned about is shipping insurance. What a waste of money that really is. Not because of exactly what happened in this situation, but the shipping insurance and DHL, if you may recall from the trial, that DHL only has maybe like $250 liability in these type of cases, which you're just throwing your money away on any type of shipping insurance. So I did learn that. If I had it to do all over again, I probably would only maybe sue the shopkeeper. I think the shopkeeper's in bad shape with this without DHL. I don't think DHL is going to turn over any information to the shopkeeper. And as you can see, I mean, DHL is, this company is being sued up and down in class action suits, employment suits. I mean, just all over the board for fake fees. I mean, again, sorry if I get the exact details wrong, but DHL is not a great company with a very bad reputation, and mainly ships overseas and so on. So looking back, maybe I just sued the shopkeeper and basically say, Your Honor, the shopkeeper didn't perform. I probably would have prevailed in that case because he would have been, I could have said, Your Honor, this is all hearsay, and the package hasn't been delivered, and let him go after DHL. So we lost the case. Like I said, I appreciate everybody watching. It took a lot out of me. I still have a lot of work going on. I'm trying to catch up. I got a lot of things going on. It was a lot of preparation. It was a lot of good entertainment, that's for sure. Got a lot of people to watch, and got a lot of support. Lots of people emailed me and having problems with their cases, and I apologize that you're having these. But nonetheless, the gavel is dropped, and the case is ended. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful, very early Thursday morning.